So for the next video in this long stream of videos, I thought I would show you a couple of patches from my refill. So one of them is called the Lost Eye patch, and the reason why I called it this is because it kind of sounds like some Skrillex would make, or aka Sony Moore. So I'll just play the demo example and I'll show you how to make this crazy synth. Now, as you can tell, this has a lot of high harmonics in it. Don't worry, we will remove that when we start making it. So, a lot of the times I create combinators to basically save my CPU from crashing. It reserves a lot of that usage, so that's why I use combinators mostly. So basically inside this combinator, I think it's a Maelstrom patch. Sure is. Okay, so I'm going to basically modify my mod wheel. Then I'm going to go up to my mod B. And finally, I'm going to go to my oscillator A, oscillator B, and take it from there. So for my mod wheel, I'm going to take my shift all the way down to -64. And we want to do that for the filter, but we want to do the opposite. So when we want to go to +63. I still don't know why that doesn't go to 64. It's so puzzling. Anyways, after this, we're going to modify mod B to be curve 17. We're going to set the volume of the filter to be 32. And we're going to turn on sync and leave it right in the middle. If we play a few notes, it moves back and forth, but it's not very dramatic. So for my first sine wave, I'm going to take it down 2 octaves. Can't really hear it because it's sub-bass. And I'm going to route it to my shaper, make sure that's on, route it twice. And for the sine, I'm just going to boost the amount, and I want to make sure this little button is clicked in. Gonna turn on my second sine wave. I'm going to pitch it up 12 semitones, and I'm going to take it down an octave and make sure it's routing to filter B. I'm going to change filter B to an amplitude modulator. I'm going to turn up my resonance to about 40, or 39 should be fine, and I'm going to take the frequency, I think that's 94, you have to be very specific, 93. And you can already start to notice that growl. For our filter A, we're going to change it to an amplitude modulator. I'm going to take the frequency to 47. It's very specific, you have to get these. I'm going to take my resonance halfway, so 65. I'm going to take the resonance down a bit because it sounds like it's distorting a lot, and I'm actually going to take the amount back down too, to 89. So after this, all we need to do is correctly master it. So I'm going to throw on a few patches. So for my RV7000, I'm going to take my dry wet and my decay to 20, or somewhere around there. After this, I'm going to create a line 6 bass amp to squash it, to squash the signal and reduce the decibel level. After this, it's very important to create a pulverizer. The pulverizer really adds a lot of touch to it, a lot of distorted amount that you can't quite get with Scream. So I'm going to take my squash to 35, and I'm going to take my dirt to 32. I'm going to set this to a comb filter, and I'm going to set my frequency to 5.37. My peak is fine. I'm going to turn up my release. I'm going to turn up my release to 65. I'm going to take basically the follower to frequency to 59%. That's this guy right here. Boop. I'm going to then take my pulverizer to my tremor, which is the follower to rate. That's negative 41%. And my tremor to frequency is 71%. There we go. And my frequency for my tremor is turn on sync, spread, and make sure this is 1/8. And as for my follower, I'm going to turn up the threshold to 34%. My attack, I want to change that to 73%. And my release, I want to change that to 44%. After this, I'm going to create a ton of PEQ2 bands. And the reason why I'm going to create about 4 of these is simply because it's going to take out a lot of the frequencies we don't want. And so after this, I'm going to create an M-class maximizer, take off limiter, put attack to slow, put release to slow, and soft clip enabled. Set the soft clip to 127, and I'm going to measure out some of the frequencies, and then we're going to just call it quits after this. Oh, and I forgot to take the maximizer output to the from devices intercombinator. Gotta make sure you cut off a lot of the bass as well, but not too much because we still want that growl. Actually, that sounds bad already, so I'll just take that out. That actually sounds cleaner than the patch I started off with. So this is your new Lost Eye patch. And so for the second video, I'm going to teach you guys so many more after this, so take it easy and learn all you can, because that's basically, once you have all the information, all you need to do is just arrange it differently, and then there you guys have it. So I'll check you guys out in the next video.